We're at 3117 Geyer Woods Lane in Westwood, doing a sanitary lateral inspection. They've had some issues. Says the toilet's been gurgling. They've had a backup in the basement at some point, and so we're just looking for anything that may be of cause to this. I'm not really sure. It does flow for the most part, but it does have some gurgling going on in the downstairs toilet, which is like tied like right next to the laundry room. It's usually when the washing machine empties, and so we're looking to kind of identify that and see if it has something to do with the reason why it backed up into the basement. So we're going to try to inspect as much of this as possible. I'm going in through the stack behind the washing machine, hoping that this is the clean out is big enough, but we're hoping that the pipe expands under the floor to be able to get through this a little easier. So it does go directly into cast iron, which is what we expected. It doesn't want to make that immediate turn. I'll give it another try here. If nothing else, I do have a slightly smaller camera, and we'll see if that works. If I'm not able to get through at this point. Okay, we're going to have to pause this. I'm going to go switch cameras. Okay. Now I've switched to the smaller camera. This does not have a self-leveler, so if we make it through, I'm going to have to explain. I'll have to just kind of note which way is up. Well, it doesn't seem like we're going to get either one of these cameras through this. And I'm not sure why. There must be some sort of thing right there where it just doesn't want to jump. Because it seems like it wants to go, but got it. Seems like it is moving a little bit. Okay. There we go. So this is all cast iron. It looks pretty good. It does have a channel worn out of the bottom, which is normal. the bottom of the pipe is where the water is, so it's on the right side there. You can see I'm actually going underwater. So, a pretty heavy belly there, but I don't see that as being where this is completely filling up. I don't see any solids resting in the bottom of this right now. So, but I am running up against something here. So if I don't see anything else, either way I'm gonna locate that on my way back here, just to kind of see where that is and what's going on there, because that's a pretty heavy belly. The camera lens is about a ½ an inch off the bottom of the pipe, but that was covering what looked like the entire camera, not just the lens, but the entire camera. And so that could be our culprit, where it's just got so much water in it that when it fills up at all, it creates an issue where the air gets trapped, and that's why it's bubbling. I'm going to try to run some water here in this bathroom and see if I can get a little bit of help pushing this down the line. If not, I'm going to locate it and make sure I'm past the point of the other stack. And I'll locate the belly on the way back, but then I may have to make a move and go through the toilet flange upstairs to get through the main stack and see if we can get all the way out to the street. Okay, I'm out about 56 feet, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go locate this, because there's a connection above that I think is a clean out. It may be a floor drain, but I want to locate this spot because I'm having trouble getting much further than this, going through this 2-inch line, and so it's right now it's a pretty big fight. So I'm going to pause the video, get a locate, find out where we are, and hopefully I find a clean out in the floor, which would make it easier to go from here out to the street. Okay, so there is a clean out there. It's just not uncovered. It's got concrete over it. There is an X in the basement, in the garage floor where this is, and that's where the clean out access would be. They do that. They put them in and then they cover them over. So for the most part, they were used to, to test the plumbing right before it exited the house, so they could plug it and test the interior plumbing. So we'll see if I can get much further here, but I think I'm gonna have to just go make another move, and we'll go upstairs and go to the toilet flange. Go. Should be switching over to clay here. And the camera is upside down, so the bottom of the screen is actually the top of the pipe. This tie-in here is the floor drain, or area drain, in the driveway. Sorry. There's a little offset in that pipe there, but nothing major. You can see there's no real water sitting in here. So far, the only problem I've seen is that belly inside the house. I'm going to turn the microphone off so you don't have to hear me breathing heavy here trying to get this to go down the line. It's barely going. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here, go get another locate, find out how far I made it, and see how much further I have to go. Okay, so we are still about 40 feet from the main. I don't think I wouldn't be able to make it from this. This small camera is just too flimsy to be able to get there. I am 3/4 of the way there. I don't think there's any issue past here. That's not, but I can't guarantee that. So as I pull back, I'm going to get a mark at those bellies, because I think that's where the gurgling is coming from, and the problem with the venting. I mean, the line itself, for the most part, looked really good structurally. Just have that belly that around 55 feet. Or actually, I think the cleanout was at 55 feet, and the belly was back in around 30. Back in the cast iron, so we were back in the house. So here is one belly. I'm going to locate here, which would be the end of it, and then I'll get another locate when it comes back out. And there was another one right before this, so this is going to be the first locate for the second belly. Okay, and that's in the center of the basement right before it turns left and goes towards the garage. And I put a piece of tape down. It's only about 9 inches deep to the top of the pipe, which is normal, right underneath the concrete there. Here is the beginning of the belly. So we'll stop, get a locate on that. Also, I believe we're all the way back here in the laundry room already. Okay, we are in the laundry room just next to the furnace, right before it takes off, and it's kind of coming across the middle here of the laundry room. Here's the turn coming back towards the stack. It may just be that one long belly. I thought there was two separate ones. It looks like that's all it is that one belly, and I don't think that's severe enough to really cause a backup. And I'm about as close to the toilet as I can get without pulling that toilet. But it may be that you have all the water coming in from that rear area drain there, and that's what's backing up, and that would have to be, I think that you would need to clean that out. I mean, those things do get clogged full of stuff, and not really sure that that would really cause much gurgling. That what I would think would be the, if that belly does get deeper, it's hard to tell exactly how deep that belly is, but when that gets full of water, when it's flowing, could cause a vacuum, or I should say a vapor lock. It's like putting a thumb on top of a straw, and then you can't. The air has to escape somewhere, so it comes back up through the toilet. So I'm going to pause the video again, and we're going to make a move and go through the toilet flange in the upstairs bathroom and see if we can get all the way out to the main, so we can inspect the remainder of that pipe. There's only about 40 feet left to look at, and I haven't seen anything that would make me believe that there's an issue out there. But so the only thing I've seen is this belly and the cast iron inside here, and it runs underneath this main wall by the fireplace, so I would try to leave that alone as long as I possibly could. But right now I'm going to pause this and make a move. Okay, we've made the move and switched back to the larger camera. We're going to go in through the toilet flange here in the upstairs bathroom. You should be able to go straight down through the stack and out to the street. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go turn some water on downstairs and see if I can get this to help me go out here too. Like I said, there is a clean out in the floor, but it is concreted over with an X marking where it is, but again, you'd have to break up the concrete to get to it. Okay, so we did make it around the turn. Let's hope we can get out to all the way out to the street now. So what I'm going to try to do is push all the way out as far as I can with the water running. And then I will turn the water off when I get out to the street. That way when I pull back, the water should be drained down. We should be able to see exactly what we're looking for here. All looking really good though. I mean, the water level, even with the water flowing, it's not even building up enough around the camera head, so should be getting really close to the main here. Okay, there we are. It's turning, dropping right into the top here. And that's just dropping into the top of the main. It must have jogged down the hill a little bit. I'm at almost 130 feet here. So, yeah, there's no way I would have made it from that bottom pipe, but everything looked really good. I know I went through kind of quick, so when we pull back, we'll go a lot slower. But I'm going to go turn the water off now and let it drain down. That way we can see real clear on the way back. Okay, we've got all the water off. Just waiting for it to drain down so we can see a little better when we pull back. That's all. As you can see, that's just falling right off into the larger pipe. So this should slow down as we get a little further back. We should be able to see perfectly fine on the way back. There's still some water there, but this is actually really good news, being that this is all clay pipe outside of the house, and
the amount of trees that were out there, it's surprising that there's not at least even a little bit of roots in this. To be honest, when I heard the symptoms, I thought that maybe it would be a partial clog with roots, because that does slow the water down dramatically. This all looks really, really good. This is a really small belly, obviously, with the water running as much as it was, and it's still flashing above the camera. That's maybe a half an inch in the bottom of a 6-inch pipe, so that's not a concern at all. We are back in the cast iron, which means we're back in the house. As you can see, we made it all the way back. And the only problem found was coming out of that bathroom and the laundry room there, where we had that belly where, and it's probably, it's holding water, and then when you put a big rush of water down there, it's filling the pipe, causing and trapping air, and then it's escaping through the toilet. It is in a spot where I wouldn't recommend messing with it unless you absolutely have to, unless you start having catastrophic issues. But it is underneath that wall with the fireplace in the basement, so it's not, and I didn't see any solids in that belly, meaning there's not a whole lot of, there's nothing really building up in that spot. So other than that, there was also a clean out that I found in the garage. It's marked with the X in the concrete, just inside the garage from the driveway. There's a small X etched in the concrete, and that's where a clean out is if it's ever needed to be accessed. But the line overall looked good, so I don't see any reason for any major repairs or anything. So that'll end the inspection at 3117 Geyer Woods Lane.